Ant-Man is so interesting because in a lot of ways he provides comic relief, but he also has been paramount to the overall story moving forward. I'm assuming that's more of the same.
I don't know. I haven't seen this thing yet, so I'm really excited to see. I just hope I made the cut. Yeah.
Well, I've seen you in the trailer, so I feel like your odds are pretty good.
I'm pretty good.
I'm really betting that I made it.
Said that
even if
minutes.
it's just one of those fake trailers and I made it in.
My question is, how does Ant-Man feel about Okoye? Because
Okoye!
I'm usually not a gate crasher. You know, I like, not to gate crash.
Very, very happy you're crashing. I imagine they're happy too, judging by my answers that you showed up. I'm really excited to see. I just hope I made
one
the
of
cut.
the most gut-wrenching scenes for me, as you're holding T'Challa's hand and your face as he disappears. Absolutely magic.
It's a traumatic thing, man. It was some traumatic mess at the end of that movie for everybody. It's not cool. Not cool.
Not cool.
Not cool.
Not cool, Thanos.
No, not cool. Let's not talk about him.
Now, in the big battle in Wakanda at the end of Infinity War, I have a feeling you had an idea that some people were going to turn to dust. When did you find out that you were going to be potentially stuck in a quantum realm?
Well, I knew for a while what was going to happen, just by the schedule and how we were shooting, and then also writing. So I had a little bit of a clue before people.
This is your fault.
No, this is not my fault.
And you didn't tell nobody, and so we couldn't prepare.
Felt like government secrets.
Stuff that happened. Okay, no.
Yeah, had to sign the form. You know that form.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking with us. Enjoy your night. Have so much fun tonight.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
All right, I'll go.
Bye, Paul.
I mean, you can hang out. I mean,
we love to have you hang out.
We're not kicking you off stage. We're just
Other people have asked for you.
Assuming.
They asked for you. We would keep you forever. Deny.
Well, that Ant-Man's a sensitive one, huh?
I have to say, I am living for Okoye always. She is such a badass. But I need to know, there's that moment that she gives the stink eye to Hulk, to Bruce Banner in the Hulkbuster. How does she feel about these Avengers?
Well, listen, she just doesn't know them well. Listen, her job and her mission and her passion is to protect Wakanda. And it's also now as an extension of how Wakanda has incorporated itself into the world, yes, to protect the world, because we are the most equipped to do it. So she definitely is a part of that mission. But these are some new compadres.
Right.
Right. She's getting used to them.
You don't know these people.
They're a motley crew.
Right. Yeah.
And, this guy's a little big and a little clumsy. And, Okoye is many things, but she is not clumsy.
No, she gets it done.
The side eye was epic.
Yeah, she's just a little like, what is that? Can he get it together? Can we use him, or do we need to leave him somewhere?
Well, I hope we find out tonight how they do. I hope they live up to Okoye standard. I know I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much. Enjoy the night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Guys. Bye.
Oh my gosh, I live for Okoye, but
absolutely, and you're so spot on. I mean, that side eye that she gives the Hulk is so epic.
Delicious, but
it's amazing.
Angelique Tamara, I hear you might have made a new friend. What's going on over there?
Well, actually, I have been making friends around the carpet with all the cool installations. There is so much cool stuff here on this purple carpet, right?
Yeah, because you were talking about the Lego sets earlier, but there also is a really cool, amazing installations that are going on besides that, right?
Yeah, there's an incredible Comic Cave installation where we get to see the digits, which are the finger puppets, as well as their incredible collectible figurines, 14 inches to 16 inches. So they really got something for everybody, whether it's the little finger puppets that you get to play with for your everyday fan, or something for a more serious collector. I see Thanos, I see Nebula, we've got Captain Marvel.
Look at that. And you know what? If Thanos was that adorable, I might not be that scared.
See, I don't know. I think it's all a cover. It's all a front. He gets in looking adorable, and then
he faked you out.
Snap, dust, gone.
You got to stop snapping. It just makes me nervous.
I'm sorry. No trigger warning. Trigger warning.
But yeah, that's one of the great things about the carpet tonight. There's so much excitement. There's so many stars, but there's so much expression and love for these characters that we're so vested in.
Absolutely. All right. So, talking about that, I'm curious about what is happening on the other end of the carpet.
Oh, well, look who we found. A real goddess in my book, Tessa Thompson. Hello.
Hello.
I have to say, so many of us, our hearts breathed a huge sigh of relief when we saw your poster and we knew you were alive. What did you feel when you found out you were going to make it?
I mean, elated like the fans. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of other people inside of Marvel have said that sometimes you don't actually know what's happening to your character. So I love Valkyrie. I love playing her. So the idea that she could stick around a bit longer and hopefully try to defeat Thanos was obviously very exciting to me.
What was it like the first day back on set?
I mean, it was incredible. We were shooting in Scotland, so in the most beautiful terrain. And just to get back together with people that I'd worked with before. I mean, I don't want to give too many spoilers that you know who my scenes are with, but some familiar faces and then some unfamiliar faces getting to know. It's just an extraordinary group of people, and making these films, you know, there's upwards of 70 of us. So there's some days where we're shooting on all these different stages and you get to walk around and just hang out and meet people and get to know people and see your old friends. So it really feels like a superhero summer camp. And now I'm much better with a cape than I was the first time around. So
I want to go to
training.
I want to go to superhero summer camp. It sounds so fun.
It's pretty great, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to go see if I can sign up. Thank you so much. Enjoy the night. Congratulations.
Thanks for having me. Thanks, fans.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I cannot wait. Thank you so much. I want to see Valkyrie kick Thanos' butt so much. It's what I want. Angelique, Tamara, I hear there's something going on down there. What's happening?
Oh, you know, just a little White Wolf, Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes, Sebastian Stan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. So welcome. The three of us were just talking about the massive size and scope of this purple carpet. How does it feel to be here at an event this size that's so big and huge?
I mean, I can't, like, my neck is already hurting because I'm just turning left and right, you know, like that's the man right there, the only one that's responsible for everything, Kevin Feige. So it's been pretty eventful. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from tonight's film. So I'm just excited to be here and just see what happens.
Well, the last movie had a very emotional ending for a lot of us, particularly for Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier.
Right.
You know, if you could give any advice tonight to Steve Rogers, if Bucky Barnes could talk to
Steve Rogers,
what would you say? Or what would
Bucky say? Steve Rogers is always going to be Steve Rogers. He's going to do no matter what anybody tells him. Even when he was a kid, you know, he used to just not listen and go and defend himself and the world. He's got a big heart. So I would probably just say, follow your heart, buddy. You're going to be all right.
Good advice. You know, another thing I'm curious about, so you've seen Steve be a friend to Bucky till the very end.
That's right, very loyal.
There's been some strife between Tony and Steve. Like, are you hoping to see that mended?
I am hoping to see that mended between the two of them.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they'll figure it out. Though, there's a lot of hot water there, so I don't know.
Well, we will all see tonight at the world premiere.
Tonight is the night for the truth.
Absolutely. Well, we cannot wait to see it. We're going to send you on your way so you can get into that theater and see what happens. Thank you.
Marvel fans are the best of fans forever.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You heard it right there. Marvel fans are the best fans.
Absolutely. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on down with Lorraine and LZ and elsewhere on our carpet.
Well, we're here with someone who always hits the mark, Mr. Jeremy Renner. Hello, sir.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful. You've been kicking some butts, it looks like, in these trailers. We don't know a ton about the end game, but how was it for you physically working on this film?
Like all the movies, it requires a lot. And even more, it's just like 21 films built to this 22nd film. So there's a lot of companionship, and there's love and loss, and there's a whole lot of things that are also challenging outside the physical. I can't wait to see the film. I know nothing about it, so I can't tell you anything about it, except to have a bow and arrow. I think I have a bow and arrow, I can tell you that.
You've been in a number of the films. Do you guys, the original Avengers, have your own language at this point?
We have our own tattoos together now. We have tattoos now. The A6, man, the original 6 got tattoos together by the artist, the tattoo artist who designed it, and then we tattooed him,
Wait, you tattooed him?
Yeah, actors tattooed the tattoo artist, which is... He looked like, maybe my daughter did it, I'm not sure we did such a good job on him, but it was a symbolism of our friendships and the love that we have for each other, and it's the best takeaway of the last decade of our lives is the friendship that I have with the Chris's and Scar and everybody, Downey, everybody. So it's... that's the greatest takeaway in all this.
Beautiful. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for talking with us. Enjoy your night. Enjoy the party. Everybody wants to talk to you. Otherwise, we keep you all night.
I can't wait.
Great. Thank you. Thank you.
There he goes. He's jumped off the stage. It's live. Anything can happen.
He's still in shape from the movie, obviously.
I know.
That was total Hawkeye move right there.
It really was. We're getting our action right here on the carpet all by ourselves. That's the thing that I love about being on the red carpet. It's live. Anything can happen. And it looks like,
Speaking
oh my
of
gosh.
anything can happen.
Hello. Oh, Captain, Captain, Brie Larson. Hello. It's so lovely to see you again.
Hello there, $1 billion woman.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Did you know a fan broke a Guinness World Record on your film? What is this like for you?
I did hear that. I'm honored. I've never watched anything that I'm in that much before, so I'm completely amazed that anyone would want to look at my face for that long. I also read that he has a record for drinking a gallon of gravy. So I think this guy is very cool.
He's committed.
He's very committed. Yeah. That's for sure.
Now, you filmed Endgame before Marvel Studios' Captain Marvel, correct?
Yeah, that's right. That's correct.
What was it like walking into the Avengers on the first day?
Here's Mackie. Hi. Totally surreal. I'm really excited to talk about it more once the film's out and I can sort of explain what my first day was like, the first things that we shot, what I was thrown into, because it's completely surreal and I've spoken to no one about it. I haven't even told my family about what I did. I've been afraid to write about it in my journal, so I'm excited for this to come out.
There are so many great references to the 90s and 80s in Captain Marvel. Had you been in any Blockbuster video store before that moment?
Yes, it's like my earliest memories are Blockbuster videos. It's like the first time I understood what indecision and anxiety felt like.
Around, you hope to catch it.
A yo-yo?
No, it's not a yo-yo.
Something that I really love is we only get a little taste of Captain Marvel, but we get to see this moment with Thor where they lock eyes. What was it like on set? Because Hemsworth seems to be a little bit of trouble and a little bit of fun.
Yes, he's all of those things. Well, I'm also walking into a very tight-knit family, and so I felt really grateful that they were so welcoming right away. So I felt really comfortable, and we just had fun, and it was a great way for me to learn and get the ropes for all of this before I went off on my own.
Wow. We're very excited to see it tonight. Thank you and congratulations.
No,
congratulations.
Thank you. Good to see you.
And you look amazing.
Have a good night.
Good night. Come on, Captain Marvel.
She's Grace personified, is she not?
She is indeed. And there's so much happening on the carpet. I'm sure you can hear it. Angelique, Tamara, how's it going down there?
Hi, we are actually here on the carpet right now with a very, very special guest. We have Neil Kirby, the son of Jack Kirby. For those who are huge comic book fans, for those who are huge fans of the Avengers, obviously tonight is such a legacy celebrating your father's work. How does it feel to see that legacy all around you right now?
It's just incredible. It really is. I know my father would just be, I couldn't even describe how he would feel just seeing all his characters on the screen the way it is right now, and all at once, especially with the Avengers. Absolutely amazing. He saw every one of his comic books as basically as a storyboard for a movie. And he knew it would happen someday, and here it is. Wish he was here to see it, but...
Well, you just actually gave me the perfect lead off to something Angelique and I were talking about a few minutes ago, which is this idea that movie technology has now gotten to the point where they're able to bring what the original comic book writers and artists put down on the page to life on screen. So how does it feel to see that technology in action and see this grand storytelling?
Well, it's amazing, obviously, what they do with the CGI and basically how it translates from the comic book to the screen. I remember it was interesting, an earlier interview that Kevin Feige did when he was describing when this whole Marvel Universe first started with the movies. He said he had all his writers and everybody just spread comic books on the floor and start from there. So I think that's very telling right there. So.
And one of the really cool things is that you are actually a fan as well, right?
Yeah,
and, you know, as a fan, what are you most looking forward to this evening?
Well, of course, as fans, we've always been very big Captain America fans, right? But, of course, all his characters were big fans. And I have to admit, the thing I'm really looking forward to is the Eternals movie. So that's always been my personal favorite of all his Marvel creations.
Well, one of the things we would love to have you do is say hello to the Russo brothers.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
They're over on our other stage. You want to say hi to them?
Sure. Hello, gentlemen. Nice to meet you. Hope to meet you in person.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to the fans. We really appreciate it.
If I could just say one thing for all you fans, we're going to be in the theater tonight, and those watching on Marvel.com. Who are going to see the Avengers movie at a later date, just at some point during the movie, just say, thank you, Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. And I'm sure they'll hear you, so that would be great.
That is such a beautiful thought. I'm going to do that tonight. Thank you for planning that idea.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful time, and congrats.
Right, thank you very much.
I love that.
Wow, my heart. Well, you know what? I hear there's something going on over on stage 1. Toss back over.
Let's take a look.
We have a whole brood of Russos. We have all the Russos in the building, potentially.
Well, there's like 20 more somewhere.
It's not quite all of us.
Yeah. These are just our female offspring, but not even all of our female offspring.
All right, okay. I love it.
Russo.
It's a lot of Russos. Congratulations on the film. I need to know, though, we can finally talk about Infinity War now. So now I can finally tell you guys, you hurt my feelings. I was very sad. But what made you guys say, we're going to let our heroes lose in this big way?
Well, I mean, we just try to tell the best stories and the stories that interest us and that are compelling to us. And, you know, sometimes heroes lose. And I think, you know, this is the interesting thing about serialized storytelling is that, you know, there's always a next chapter to the story. So now we're going to see what happens in Avengers Endgame.
Ooh, I can't wait.
I know. You made me cry the last film, so I'm bringing tissue this time. I'll be prepared.
Right.
Bring a few.
All right, I just need to know, before you guys go, because everybody wants to talk to you right now, what is the one thing that you want people to feel walking into the theater on opening night?
Well, look, you know, we've all been able to enjoy our favorite stories throughout our lives, and we think of this movie as the ending of the story that's been told for the past 10 years, over these past 22 movies now. And, you know, this is the ending, and like all of our hopes, you know, you always hope that the ending is the best part of the story. And so I hope people are coming into the movie with those kinds of hopes and expectations, and I hope that we can deliver on that.
I cannot wait to see it tonight. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Enjoy. Find all the other Russos. I know. They have Thank you. Enjoy your night. Good night. Good night. Thank you. Ciao. Oh my gosh, so many Russos. Who knew? They could have a whole film company.
You know what? They could be their own group of Avengers with just all the kids.
I know. They have generation upon generation of Avenger.
You know, I'm looking at these two men, and they're so chill and so calm while, I don't know, being the architects of arguably the biggest movie maybe in cinematic history.
I know, and I mean, just to think, oh my gosh, Jon Favreau,
Speaking of architects.
Hello, I know, the man who kind of started this whole darn thing.
This is your fault.
Huh?
This is your fault.
I'm like a grandpa with all the grandchildren here. Oh, I'm happy to be here. This is very surreal for me, because it wasn't like this in the beginning, and now it's turned into something so much more, and so many people have contributed to building this into this thing that you see. And it's great to be with the people that I started with here today, too, and to have been able to stay a part of it over the decade as an actor and as somebody who kind of helps out, but is also the audience member that gets to be at every premiere and watch how it's developed and changed over time.
And I think a lot of fans know you obviously as Happy, but you really, I mean, you've consulted on, do you know how many? Every film? Every film?
No, like the Iron Man movies, so there's 3 of those, and 4 Avengers movies. And I've been in
lies, yeah!
Meant to be together.
This press line may be the end of us.
How'd it
How are you,
go?
buddy? It's fun. We're having a ball.
You came here, you thought it was a boat show.
I know. Isn't this where the new Chris Craft is being debuted? This is exactly who I should be up here with. The man who literally started all, who had the faith in me and this connection we had. And now at this point, he's the one moderating the press conferences because he's moved on. He's moved on even more gigantic stuff. I don't even know what to say about this.
Did he have to convince you to play Iron Man?
Quite the reverse. We had
to convince me. We knew. But we have to convince everybody else.
We have to convince everybody else. But by the way, that's, it's all, yeah, history is interesting. Like, we could rewrite it in success, but the truth be told is we were hungry and we had a good feeling. And so seeing something like this tonight, you realize you're just part of something, and yet you kind of get to pretend you're at the beginning of it. But tonight really feels like, I don't know, it's special.
It is.
It does, and it feels really does feel momentous. And I think something that's so beautiful in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is that there's a great sense of mentorship. And I also hear that you guys both provide that quite a bit backstage. A lot of the other actors have said that you've supported them.
Little locker room leadership, I think so. Well, it was fun working with Tom Holland, for sure.
Yes, that's
on
something
Spider-Man.
that we've both done a fair amount.
Yeah, we did that. I've been in. I just got back from filming that one, and then we were in a Homecoming together. Yep. So that was really fun. That really felt like a reunion.
Here's the crazy part. I'm older than John by more than a year or two, but he's essentially my big brother. And he has been that and will remain that until he starts looking younger than me, in which case we will revert back to the way things really are. It's nice to see you, by the way.
It's great to see you as well.
Do you have more to say? You promote something else? No Lion King plug? What are we doing? It's all Disney, baby. Have a ball.
It's an old-fashioned notion. A visionary, a genius, ensuring freedom around the globe.
A symbol to the nation, a hero to the world.
We have to get this everybody else.
It's everybody else. But by the way, that's, it's
Shining
all,
out
yeah, history is interesting. Like, we can rewrite it in success, but the truth be told is
I look around
we
at
were
us.
hungry and we had a
You know what
good
I see?
feeling, and so
A
seeing
bunch of
something like this
a-holes.
Possibility. You think you know how the world works?
The world is changing. We need heroes.
Wakanda forever!
Our very strength invites challenge. Challenge incites conflict. Conflict breeds catastrophe. The thing isn't beautiful because it lasts. We're in the end game now.
Before we're done, we still have one promise to keep.
If we can't protect the Earth, you can be damn sure we'll avenge it.
Whatever it takes.
Heroes. It's an old-fashioned notion.
A visionary, a genius, ensuring freedom around the globe.
A symbol to the nation, a hero to the world.
A beacon of hope, shining out across the stars.
I look around at us. You know what I see?
A bunch of a-holes.
Possibility. You think you know how the world works?
The thing isn't beautiful because it lasts.
The world is changing.
We need heroes.
Wakanda forever!
Our very strength invites challenge. Challenge incites conflict. Conflict breeds catastrophe. The thing isn't beautiful because it lasts.
We're in the end game now.
Before we're done, we still have one promise to keep. If we can't protect the Earth, you can be damn sure we'll avenge it. Whatever it takes. Heroes. It's an old-fashioned notion.
A visionary, a genius, ensuring freedom around the globe.
A symbol to the nation. A hero to the world.
A beacon of hope, shining out across the stars.
I look around at us. You know what I see?
A bunch of a-holes.
Possibility. You think you know how the world works?
The world is changing.
We need heroes.
Wakanda forever!
Our very strength invites challenge. Challenge incites conflict. Conflict breeds catastrophe. The thing isn't beautiful because it lasts.
We're in the end game now.
If we can't protect the Earth, you can be damn sure we'll avenge it. Whatever it takes. Heroes. It's an old-fashioned notion.
A visionary, a genius, ensuring freedom around the globe.
A symbol to the nation. A hero to the world.
A beacon of hope, shining out across the stars.
I look around at us.
You know what I see
at long last what's
a bunch
wrong
of
with the
a-holes.
Possibility. You think you know how the world works?
The world is changing. We need heroes.
Wakanda forever!
Our very strength invites challenge. Challenge incites conflict. Conflict breeds catastrophe. The thing isn't beautiful because it lasts.
We're in the end game now. Before we're done, we still have one promise to keep.
If we can't protect the Earth, you can be damn sure we'll avenge it.
Whatever it takes.
Heroes.
Why are you doing this? Because I see at long last what's wrong with the world. Too many sorcerers.
So nice to finally meet you, Spider-Man.
You're Nick Fury.
Put some clothes on. Let's go for a ride.
You don't want any part of this.
Rule number 1, never take your eye off your opponent.
Oh my God!
This isn't your style, Rogers.
You're right. It's hers.
You aren't human. You're an immortal, indestructible being over 500,000 years old.
We are Eternals.
It's yours? Who are you?
I never yielded! And as you can see, I am not dead!
I think you'll find our will equal to yours. I'm not ready.
No one ever is.
Heroes. It's an old-fashioned notion.
A visionary, a genius, ensuring freedom around the globe.
A symbol to the nation. A hero to the world.
The beacon of hope, shining out across the stars.
I look around at us. You know what I see?
A bunch of a-holes.
Possibility. You think you know how the world works?
The world is changing. We need heroes.
Wakanda forever!
Our very strength invites challenge. Challenge incites conflict. Conflict breeds catastrophe. The thing isn't beautiful because it lasts.
We're in the end game now.
Before we're done, we still have one promise to keep. If we can't protect the Earth, you can be damn sure we'll avenge it. Whatever it takes.
These, no.
No banana. Great.
2 weeks in Europe.
It's gonna be great. I'm just gonna enjoy my trip, hang out with MJ. Be like really pretty.
And therefore, I have value?
No, that's not what I meant.
I'm messing with you.
I think she really likes me.
That's really nice. Really reminds me of when.
So nice to finally meet you, Spider-Man.
You're Nick Fury.
Put some clothes on. Let's go for a ride.
I think Nick Fury just hijacked her summer vacation.
Awesome! You got gifts, Parker, but you have a job to do. Are you going to step up or not?
You're all alone. Your friends are in trouble. What are you going to do about it?
You don't want any part of this.
Who is that guy?
He's like Iron Man and Thor rolled into one.
He's no Spider-Man.
What is it with you and Spider-Man?
What, he looks out for the neighborhood, has a dope suit, and I really respect him. Sup, loser?
Thank you, Spider-Man.
That was so good.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
Happy.
You look nice.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. New dress?
Yes, it is. How'd you know?
What just happened?
Planning a trip?
Mm-hmm. Going to Europe. It's a school trip.
Did you get your passport?
Peter Parker here to pick up a passport, please.
Mini toothpaste?
Mm-hmm.
Pack your suit.
I just want to go on my trip with my friends. Europe doesn't really need a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. You look really pretty.
And therefore, I have value?
No, that's not right.
I'm messing with you. You look pretty too.
I just want to spend some time with MJ. I think she really likes me, dude.
That reminds me when I first fell in love. I had just finished my food copy.
So nice to finally meet you, Spider-Man.
You're Nick Fury.
Put some clothes on. Let's go for a ride.
Is he gonna be okay like that?
Might want to turn him over so he doesn't swallow his tongue.
I think Nick Fury just hijacked her summer vacation.
Awesome! You got gifts, Parker, but you have a job to do. Are you going to step up or not?
You're all alone. Your friends are in trouble. What are you going to do about it?
You don't want any part of this.
Who is that guy?
He's like Iron Man and Thor rolled into one.
He's no Spider-Man.
What is it with you and Spider-Man?
What, he looks out for the neighborhood, has a dope suit, and I really respect him. Sup, dickwad?
Yeah. Whose credit card did you use for that?
My mom's. Okay, I'm gonna take this off here. Now let's put it down for a second. All right. Now, why don't you tell us a little bit about your work on the Marvel Future Fight subreddit?
I just remove posts. I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many people have you banned since we've started this live stream?
I guess 10.
10? All right, 10 people are no longer on the live stream. Did you just snap them away? There we go. And Kyler, you've been with the live stream. You've been with Netmarble for a few weeks now. How have you liked working on Marvel Future Fight so far?
Oh man, I love it. Like being able to be like behind the scenes, being a part of the game, being part of this live stream. Like this historic live stream is awesome.
Oh yeah, it is a pretty big update, pretty big live stream. Now you might be wondering why we have two major Marvel Future Fight community guests on the live stream today. Well, disclaimers first. They are not representatives of Netmarble, nor are they being paid for their appearances here tonight. Threats. Threats. Blackmail and threats. Now, the reason they are here is because of the grand importance of tonight's live stream. Marvel Future Fight is on the cusp of its 4th anniversary, and we're about to launch our V500 update that will feature Avengers Endgame. And as such, we decided to do it big and invite key members of the community to represent all of you at home to be here on our live stream tonight. And we've even got cake. Why don't we check that out here?
You guys can see it.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
Yep, Marvel Future Fight cake. So why don't we take that off and get that cut for later. So with that said, we felt that all these events coming all at once like this gave us a perfect opportunity for a major live stream like this. We're all looking forward to Avengers Endgame, both in Marvel Future Fight and in theaters, and this live stream is the best way to celebrate. So I'm really looking forward to Avengers Endgame. I mean, you know, it's been over a decade in the making building to this, and, you know, I've been dodging spoilers left, right, and center all over the internet, and including on our social media channels. Like, every single teaser that we've been posting, people have just been like, spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. Yeah, so, you know, come Friday, no more dodging, because, you know, little tidbit for you folks at home, we actually see all the MCU movies as a company.
As a team.
We all see. No, we actually do a team outing, and we see all the MCU movies when they come out. So this Friday, Kyler, I, and the rest of the MFF team are all going to go see Avengers Endgame. So, I mean, how much are you looking forward to it?
Super excited.
You might be wondering,
can't wait to see people getting killed.
Major Marvel Future or being brought back. Well,
yeah, and then killed again.
All right, RJ?
I mean, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm waiting for them to take the revenge.
Revenge. And how about you? You want revenge too? Who do you want revenge on?
Man, I just want to see Spider-Man again.
You want to see Spider-Man again?
He's my favorite superhero.
You can see him by looking outside in the dirt.
Spider-Man tier 3, best tier 3.
All right.
Okay, so just a spoiler warning. Now, while we'll not be revealing any plot points for the movie, there may be some visuals in this live stream that may or may not reveal aspects of the film. So for those of you who want to go into the movie on Friday completely fresh, consider yourselves warned.
Now, as usual, Kyler and I would like to let you know that we'll be answering viewer questions about the Avengers Endgame update near the end of the live stream. Our staff will be monitoring the chat and be collecting your questions. And then at the end of the stream, we'll pick a few choice questions and answer them. So please submit your Avengers Endgame update related questions in Marvel Future Fight and in theaters. And this live stream is the best way to celebrate.
Also, since we have our special guest with us tonight, we do invite some questions for Cynic Alex in regards to his influencer efforts for Marvel Future Fight, and RJ in regards to his experience helping run the Marvel Future Fight subreddit. Now, remember, since they are our special guests, keep your questions appropriate.
Now that we have all that out of the way, let's hop into the update. Alright, here we go. Okay, here we go. So now I'm going to grab this, and we're going to take a look at the new characters.
Is the brightness all the way?
The brightness, you can see right there on the screen. Yeah. Okay, so, you know, before we even start looking at the characters, I want to show you the new menu. Let's check this out. Here we go. So I'm going to show you
He comes out of the pool! Oh my god.
There you go, using the space stone right there. And, you know, nice, you know, little extra layer of, you know, pop there to make things look cool. So why don't we jump into the menu? So here we have Captain America, Thanos, and Black Widow. Captain America and Black Widow, obviously in their team suits of Thanos in his Endgame.
10,000 energy, of course.
Okay, they're 10,000 crystals. So here we go.
10,000.
You're right. So why don't we take a look at the first of the uniforms? So here we have the new Captain America. Let's take a look at the character model a little bit. Zoom in, look at the details in there. The uniform, we got the
His
nice
face.
day right there. His face.
There's no more beard.
Right. So now we're going to look at the uniform list and look at the uniform effects. Now it says that. What was that?
I saw two.
We'll talk about that later. So first we're going to look at, we got the new uniform bonuses. 5 skills have been changed. Why don't we go into preview skill and take a look at them? Now, not all skill changes are visual. Some of them are just stats changes. So, you'll see some old skills and some new skills mixed in here. So that's skill 1.
Not bad.
Right? You got the bleed effect right there. Now you got skill 2.
Okay, iframe, delay, nice.
There we go. Now here's skill 3. Okay,
Oh,
very
was
nice.
that fracture? What was that?
You want me to do it again?
Can you? Those seem
Okay,
right
there we
there.
go.
What is that?
Well, you can see right there
7
at the top.
seconds of something.
All right.
Okay.
And then here we go, skill 4. And then if you look really close...
Oh, there's something bouncing around.
Yeah, what do you think bounces around with Captain America?
Oh, his shield.
Oh, dang! And then here we go. And then, that's from...
Classic.
Yeah.
Oh, was that... Oh, ignore
Do
dodge.
it again?
No.
There we go. Alright. And just for fun, I'm going to do is tier 3 right here.
Oh, did you guys change it?
No, I said just for fun. Because I just built up the meter all the way.
Yeah.
There we go. Now
we were hoping for an animation change.
Yeah.
No, you know what?
Definitely.
Why don't we look at the Black Widow now?
Mm-mm.
So, uniform list, uniform effects. We got our new uniform bonuses
Oh, there
here.
was something at the bottom.
5.
Yeah. Ah,
So we got the 5.
nice uniform bonus.
Oh, okay then. Well, let's hop into those skills right there. Let's check them out one by one. Start with number 1.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, more bounce.
There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Now we got the second.
Okay.
Right. Now here's the third one. I think that's already standard. Okay.
Yeah.
Now here we go. The 4th.
Deja vu. Oh, okay. Immunity.
There we
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now the 5th.
Now you're talking my language.
Look at that.
Oh, more AoE. Nice.
Very nice.
It's a 5. It looks like a pentagram.
There we go. So why don't we exit there?
I'm not good at math.
So, and then, let's take a look at the model. You see, you can see her roots there, and the
hair is
longer.
and the colors.
There we go. And you got, okay, so now why don't we, we're going to actually skip past Thanos for now. Okay, we're going to save the best for last.
So fast.
Here we go. So here's Ant-Man. Uniform list, uniform effect. We got the
there is something. Synergy.
All right. Well, you guys can hypothesize all you like. We'll get there when we get there.
So we got 20,000 crystals.
Right. We got 7 skills changed this time, so it looks like it's also affecting his
tier 3.
It's affecting his passive.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh,
to passive 5 active.
Okay, not bad.
So we're just gonna go through the skills. Here we go.
Can't be active.
So this is a little bit different there.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Right, there we go. Then 3.
Okay,
and then 4, we recognize that one right there.
Yeah.
Now 5 is where things get crazy. Here comes the crazy train.
Here comes Thomas. Yeah. That's a long eye.
There we go. Bam.
Nice.
And look at that. 172 hits. There we go. Oh, and look at all those.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. So that is Ant-Man in the new uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah, Team Synergy.
There we go.
Team Synergy.
And now why don't we look at next? We have War Machine. Uniform list, uniform effect. We got our uniform bonus, 5 change skills.
60% chance to 15%.
Yeah, you're trying to see as much as you can as quickly as you can. We know that you're going to be putting this video together yourself after you get home, so why don't we say, and by the way, thank you for coming all the way from Canada for this video.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. That's second skill right there.
Oh, dang.
There we go. Now why don't we smack him up with...
No, that was brand new. Okay, nice. Guard head. Yeah.
And then 4.
Nice.
And then 5, everyone recognizes the 5th one. There we
that
go.
new 2 skill is nice. Though.
You want to see it again? Yeah, absolutely. No, you are the guest.
Wow.
Yeah. There we go.
That's nice.
There we go.
That looks like some good damage.
Mm-hmm. And let's take a nice close look at the character model there. Looking good there. Looking nice with blue eyes right there.
Shiny.
Okay, and here Here we go, back to the team menu, and here we have Nebula. You know, I've been hearing some talk about Nebula. And
Yeah, she's getting 2. Nice.
There we go.
Yeah.
So we got the uniform bonuses, 7 skills changed with the passives as well.
Nice.
Let's preview
She
these.
needed. Yeah, she needed bad.
Right, we've been hearing that she needed some
most of
upgrades,
all.
so here we go. That's the first.
Okay, trash. That's kind of cool. Nice
Go
invincibility.
second.
Nice.
Third.
Okay.
There we go.
Not bad. Shadowline skill.
And 4.
That was good. Nice, right? Okay, that's
That's a
cool.
lot. Look at that. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And 5.
Nice. Looks like way more hits now. Yeah, it was like 5 hits before.
Right.
Nice, nice.
Very good. Yeah, I mean, you know, we gotta upgrade those characters.
Yeah.
But it's an upgrade.
Polish,
Sick.
polish. There we go. Now, why don't we look at the third row of
Spider-Man's
uniforms?
getting a uniform? I saw that.
I didn't see anything.
Yo!
Where?
There's some. If you go to the uniform list, there's something on Spider-Man.
I didn't see. Whoops, wrong button. I didn't see anything.
Alright.
So here we go. Uniform list, uniform effects.
Nice.
So here we go. The uniform bonus.
Changes his tier 2 passive or his
There
4-star
we go.
passive. Nice.
6 skills have been changed. So why don't we
Fracture,
check? And
nice.
here, let's look at the character model here. So as you can see.
The face is really.
Yeah, you can see the difference right there. And you can see the
Way
difference in
better.
stature. You know,
Yeah,
you know, he just
yeah.
looks different now.
He's compact, but he's still bulky.
Yeah, so why don't we preview the skills and see, and oh, I'm sure you saw this in the preview video right
The-
there.
oh, and he comes in with the-
There we go. We get a lot of mileage out of that helicopter,
That's
no pun
very cool.
intended. So here we
Yeah.
go, first skill. I love the juke.
Iframe.
He's got that juke
Nice.
there,
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
With the
Yeah, it looks like he's he's being a little bit smarter with the way that he attacks now, not just rushing in brainlessly.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, there we go. That's the second skill.
Right.
Hulk.
For
There we go.
second
Now
skill.
here's the third. Boom! Do you see how he grabs them?
grabs
Lifts
them,
them,
smash
smash
them
them
around.
around. There we go.
Is that
Now,
working world boss?
you know what? Only one way to find out, which we're not going to do right now.
Fair,
Okay,
fair.
and here's the fourth. Boom.
Nice.
Very nice.
That's
and,
sick.
And the last one, fifth skill.
With the camera change. Yo, he jumps to the.
There you go. So that is Hulk right there.
And it looks like there was like 1 second of a buff. It might be like iframe ignore or something. There was 1 second of a buff on his 5th skill.
Well, I cannot wait to see you just tearing this apart and just finding every little thing we have hidden in there.
Yeah.
Here we go. So 5 skills changed right here with
Nice.
Rocket Raccoon. Why don't we preview his skills here?
Did you get rid of the mind skill?
Well, you know what? Well, let's see. Let's see if it's the same still.
Okay, nice.
So
nice.
that's first,
Yeah.
second, third. Now, if you look closely.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and it explodes later. Oh, so it tracks them down. That's a lot better.
Yes.
So he doesn't have to move. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
and
yeah,
look what
yeah.
it does there. And then we have this. Look at that.
Oh,
You want to see that one more time? Let's
He
take a
goes
look
into
at
a
that.
ship.
Jumps up, and there he's behind the turret right there. Very
Is
nice.
that Milana? It looks like a Ravager ship at least.
There
Right?
we go. Well, one more look, and let's see if you can catch it this time. Well, you know what?
Oh no.
I don't know.
You can pause it later.
Yeah.
And the fifth. Look what happens there. There we go. One more time on that fifth skill.
That's the Infinity War scene in Wakanda.
Oh yeah.
Where he
There you
throws
go.
where he throws.
Yep.
Well
So
done.
the only thing that could make it better is if he calls a rabbit.
Well done.
Yeah.
I start playing as Rocket now.
All right, and here we have Iron Man. Iron Man, uniform effect, 5 skills changed, and here let's take a look
Still
at that
5%
uniform.
heal.
There we go. And why don't we jump into the preview skills?
Iron Man needs a lot of help.
So here's the thing. The stats have changed, but the skills you're going to recognize most of them. So here, this one got a little bit of a mix-up right there. You see how it looks different?
Yeah, that's really
Right?
cool.
Yeah.
Now,
It's like
skill
illusions.
2, everybody recognizes skill 2,
Yeah.
but it's nice solid skill. Skill 3, this, I like
Yeah.
using this one.
There's
It lets-
more, I think.
Right?
Maybe.
Skill 4, right? So the stats most of all have been changed
Yeah,
on this.
he needs stats.
Right, and then skill 5, here we go. Now, I'm gonna do something real quick here because I know that there's something you've been wanting to see. Well, you know, let's find out real quick.
Oh, really?
But now,
Oh, really?
I'm gonna press a button here, and I'm gonna see what happens. Here we
I
go.
actually
Here
don't
it
even know.
comes.
Do I remember his tier 3 skill? Yeah, you changed it completely.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, how do you like that?
Oh,
is his new tier 3.
That's mental.
We've upgraded the house party protocol.
That was 256 hits.
Yeah.
There we go. And now, why don't we? Actually, are we forgetting somebody? There seems to be somebody we're forgetting right now.
I think so.
Okay, you know what? Here, why don't we check this out?
Captain Marvel. Oh, Ronan.
There we go.
Right, of course.
Check that out. He looks
Yes.
so cool.
Not a new character. A lot of people were worried that you guys were gonna
Okay, here we go.
make a new character. Of course not. They would
looks so
never do
good.
that.
So look at
Has
that
to
character
be-
model. What do you
that's
think of how that
beautiful.
looks?
Best character model in the game.
Right?
Right? No, I'm serious. Right
You're
now.
right. Just look at the detail. You can see the crossbow on his arm right there.
Yeah.
7 skills changed. So why don't we take a look? Obviously, so why don't we take a look at how he works now? So skill 1.
Is he still speed? I missed that.
Yeah, right there, the icon.
Oh yeah,
You can
he's
see.
still speed. Oh yeah, yeah.
Skill
okay.
2.
Oh, nice, my friend.
Skill 3.
Self buff.
Ooh. Yeah.
Nice. AoE.
Skill 4.
Okay. Immunity and
I'm going to do
penetration.
that again, but in the middle, right here, so that you can see it. Just look at that.
Nice. Immunity and penetration. That's sick.
And skill 5. You see, I'm just cleaning off the blade. There we go.
Okay.
All right. Now that we've seen that, we got to go back and see the big guy, right?
I need some Marvel Future Fight underwear.
Here, we need to see the big guy now.
Oh,
There we
nice.
go.
Yeah.
We've got Thanos. New uniform effects, 6 skills changed.
50% increased damage to superheroes. Up
There
from
we go.
25%.
So, oh yeah, you're
Wow.
noticing some stuff. So why don't we preview them skills?
Plus a 20% flat decrease to all damage, plus 30% from
plus
superheroes, so
50%.
50% decrease damage
Here
from
we
superheroes.
go. So you ready to see the skills?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Number 1.
Nice.
So pull them in and smacks them around.
Okay, and he's got immunity. Yeah.
Skill 2.
Oh, fracture. Okay, goodbye, Strike.
Oh, Canada.
Yeah.
All right. Skill 3.
Nice. Ooh.
Skill
That's cool.
4. And which one do you recognize
Yeah,
that?
already.
But it's a goodie. It's a goodie.
It's a good skill. It's a great
Now, and then we have skill 5, which the look has changed a little bit. It looks a little bit more energetic, doesn't it?
Oh, and he slams down. Nice.
Right. Now, here's the thing, for people at home, that you can actually cancel out of it if you time it just right.
Yeah.
And do 2 different attacks simultaneously.
Or 3, yeah.
Right. So now, you know what? We got a button.
Yeah.
We got a button. Do you want to do the honors? I'm gonna let Cynic Alex press the button. Come on. Here it goes. There we go. Summoning a black hole. Sucking in everything.
Yo, look at those hits.
Yeah.
And then he comes.
And boom. And now look.
Look at that.
Fear.
Wow.
What do you think of that? You like that?
That's gorgeous.
All right. So now
That was sick.
Now, you know what? You guys have been making comments the whole time I've been showing uniforms, and I think it's time for another little reveal. What is this?
Extra stats.
Huh?
Crystals.
So here we go. We got our Avengers Endgame version.
Nice.
There we go. Nice update to the standard Captain America uniform. Here we go. We've got the Avengers Endgame version here.
Okay.
Here we go. Now, right now, I'm just showing off the uniforms, and I'll explain why in a moment.
Nice.
Okay, now we're going to go to the next. Right here, we got the...
Oh, is he getting 2?
Oh, whoops. So here we go, Avengers Endgame.
Oh, he is?
uniform.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
there we
wow.
go.
Looks similar to
I guess I'm
Right.
Thor, yeah, and Ronan.
And then here we have War Machine. There we go, nice.
Ooh.
He looks so
Look at
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of work, though. That's nothing like his Infinity War one.
Yeah,
That's nice.
not very nice
And
look.
that gun is pretty sick.
Yep. And here we go, Nebula. Now, Nebula.
Yeah. She got a huge visual. Yeah, that looks so good.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Very good stuff right there. And I mean, just the detail in her face, looks
True.
so good. And then, let's see, so that was the second. Now let's look at the third set of characters. Here we go. Hulk, how's Hulk gonna look?
Ooh.
Yeah, there we go. Look at that. This is his non-team
I like this
suit.
better.
Yeah, I think I might too. His hair's a little bit different
Yeah.
too.
Well, you know,
True. Like that gray stuff around it.
It's funny that you should say that because it's actually going to feed into what we're about to talk about. Talking about what you prefer. So here's his endgame version.
Oh wow,
Sounds a lot like
that's
this.
so
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
the classic.
Yeah.
That's so good.
There
Yo,
we
Rocket
go.
fans.
There we go.
Not Houston Rockets.
So here we go, and now for his endgame uniform, you can tell how much different it is, right? Look at that.
He looks bulky. It's like the
look at
Magneto thing where he gets so dieseled.
Here we go. So
Magneto's so buff with his bulky. Yeah, Diesel. Yeah.
now that we've seen all the uniforms, coming back to us. Now that we've seen all the uniforms,
There's a new menu, Agent.
oh yeah, but we'll go into that later. So coming back to us.
Stop hiding from me.
Right. Now that you've now you might think that 18 uniforms is an enormous amount for an update. And you may have some trouble figuring out exactly what uniforms you want. You guys were discussing, I like that one, I like that one. But there's a method to our madness here. With this in mind, we're introducing a new feature called Uniform Synergy. And it works as such. Avengers Endgame as a film has multiple incredible looks for each character, and many people are going to have trouble deciding which ones they want. But we decided, why choose? And with that, and with that in mind, both the team suits and the Endgame uniforms have the same stats. So you don't need to miss out on one uniform or the other. They are both the same. Now, isn't that a waste of two uniforms with the same stats, you might think? Well, no, that's where the synergy system comes into play. Once you've purchased one uniform, its alternative uniform is heavily discounted. Why might you want both uniforms, you ask? Well, the reason being is that if you own both, you get a synergy bonus and stat boosts. And with this new system, we are able to, we're able to allow our players to pick the look that they want for their favorite characters from Avengers Endgame without missing out on any of the uniforms' stats or abilities. So now that we've seen the uniforms, we've seen Thanos' Tier 3, and we've talked about the the synergy bonuses, why don't we check out the V500 character video for the first time?
Yeah!
Reverse that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, good job, everybody.
Wait, that wasn't the full video.
Now, we've looked at a ton of uniforms so far, but now let's go ahead and actually take a look at some new gameplay, courtesy of the new Avengers Endgame Legendary Battle. In fact, Cynic Alex, would you do the honors? Do you want to play it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to smack your hand there. We just finished watching a video. What do you guys think of that video? What did you think? What, you were watching that video. I want to know your reactions.
How do we justify the uniform synergy bonus?
Is that what you were thinking while watching the video? Okay, how about something relating to the video?
Well, because the uniforms look beautiful, and visually speaking, I want them all.
Right.
We just need to back it up with the cake's got to have some substance.
All right. Well, we'll get those details from the patch notes.
Yeah.
Right. So right now we're just showing off features. So now why don't we jump into that legendary battle? You know how to get there. So why don't we hop into gameplay, and we're gonna let Cynic Alex try the new legendary battle for the first time. So here we go.
Can I see these rewards?
You can take a quick look, but then we got to jump in. We only got so long on the live stream.
Oh! No! No! All right.
Is that a good no?
Guys, we'll talk about it.
Again?
It's good. It's good.
All right.
It's good.
So here we go. Why don't we skip that? We don't want to spoil it for
Oh,
people.
true. Okay.
Hey, look who's back. Corvus is back. And and you are fighting him as Captain America again.
Nice.
So make sure you don't die, because you don't know how to play this game.
Yeah. Do I press this one?
Yeah, just keep pressing that.
Yeah.
All right. Now, obviously, this fight has been changed up a little bit, so there we go. You know what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
There we go. And like, I want you to tell me, like, what are you noticing different in this fight? Oh, gotta dodge the purples. Everybody loves the purples.
That was like a combination of attacks.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed kind of like Proxima and kind of like Corvus.
Right.
It was kind of like the Infinity War Proxima. Whoa. Infinity War Proxima and Corvus, but more.
But more.
Yeah.
All right. So how's the fight feel so far?
Nice. I really do genuinely enjoy the legendary battles, and I like. Whoa.
Oh. Uh-oh. What the?
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, don't get hit.
Oh, what is? Oh, wow. Destroy the glaive. Oh, shoot. Oh, I have 10 seconds?
10 seconds.
Oh, wow.
There
I
you
like
go.
that. That's
Bam.
nice.
Wow.
Okay.
Because
I like the
as you
timer.
know...
That's cute. Yeah, he comes back to life. Nice.
Because of the
Okay,
glaive.
yeah.
That is his character
Oh,
right there.
thematic. Okay.
There we go.
Nice.
So, what did you think about... what did you think about that? The first fight of the new legendary battle.
Excellent. And that was pretty difficult on the base difficulty, so I'm pretty excited to see how much more difficult it gets with the extreme mode.
Alright, now, since this is such a huge update, it's not just a new legendary battle, we also want to preview a new mode coming to the game. Are you ready for it? World Event. Now let's check out that menu. So, why don't we go into the menus right there. Here, where was it? I'm trying to find it. I had it a second ago. There it is.
Nice.
You want to click that button,
Defeat
Alex?
advancing enemies and collect agent tokens. Uh-oh.
There we go.
It's new.
So now, as you can see, the event is on a timer, so we can't currently show you gameplay of it, but we can at least preview. There we go. Perfect. Alex, you want to read that?
All agents battle against a number of enemies using characters with the same settings in the world event. Team and characters will be selected randomly when starting a battle. Change your leader to apply the best leadership. So it's a random team. You don't even get to choose.
Right. And there's actually some very important details about the randomization that will be revealed in the patch notes that makes this really cool. It actually gives an extra layer of depth provided by the community.
Nice. Agent tokens, essential materials to increase your agent level. That's what the agent thing was in,
that you saw in the menu. Right.
Oh.
You'll find out more about
can
that
be
later.
required as rewards.
Aren't we already level 7?
More rewards.
It's a
can be
different
acquired with
leveling
higher
system.
Score. Nice. Okay.
There you go. You know, give people more stuff to work through.
One, but darkness continues. About this further.
Why don't you read that out loud so people can hear it?
All agents battle against a number of enemies using characters with the same tier, rank, gear. Okay, yeah. Oh, same comic card settings?
Yeah.
Oh. The world event will be available at a set time every day. Got to get some different time zone love going on there. And available characters will be selected randomly. All participants can apply battle grade and score. Individual rewards will be acquired based on your best score during the event period. Oh, so you can try multiple times. That's good to improve your score in case you get like a bad team or something. And world reward will be acquired based on average battle grade of all participants when the event ends. Oh, wow.
Both.
That's
all right.
sick.
That's good.
So coming back to us,
there's a co-op element.
Yes, yes. Now, everyone can find out more about this world event tomorrow when the update goes live.
And for more details on the rest of the update, like additions and quality of life improvements, check out the Marvel Future Fights forum page, which will have info on the V500 update very soon.
That's actually the old link. The new link is forum.netmarble.com/futurefight_en. So here we are, the 4th anniversary of Marvel Future Fight. A game that means so much to so many people. And when I say many, that's no exaggeration. We've recently surpassed 100 million downloads. I think we should all go like this. There we go. 100 million. Yes, there we go. That is actually more than the population of Canada, Spain, and the Netherlands combined. Right.
We have a lot of land.
Yeah, hey, Alex, since more people than the population of Canada plays Marvel Future Fight, does that mean everyone in Canada plays Marvel Future Fight?
No.
No.
Okay. Because otherwise the in-app purchasing would change.
It would be like Loonies and Toonies. There we go. So, over 100 million. This is a testament to the enduring popularity of the game. Here's a few more stats showing just how big a game Marvel Future Fight has become. The total playtime of all agents is over 40,000 years. This is 4 times the number of years as when the last Ice Age ended. Our agents own over 1 billion characters. That is almost 13% of the world's population. Agents have saved the world from Thanos' wrath and World Boss Mode over 100 million times in the past 4 years.
Like half of those were me, though.
A quarter. Okay, now I want to ask Kyler, Alex, and RJ what 4 years of MFF means to them. Alex, why don't you start it out?
Everything. I really can't answer the question. I'm the worst person to ask.
Really?
Because it's just, there's too many words. This live stream would last 5 or 6 hours.
Right. But you built a life around Marvel Future Fight.
Right. Yeah. So.
And a career.
Life. Career and life. Yeah. It's just, it's a lot of fun. And it's ups and downs, and it's...
Like a relationship.
It's, yeah, and it's like a mirror. It's everything.
Well, RJ, what about you?
For me, it's like essential part of my life actually, because like 4 years ago, I remember when I first downloaded the game, and I was like, oh my god, it's so good, it's so great, and now it became this great game that I cannot stop playing every day. Like, it's a part of my life, and I'm so happy about it.
Right. I mean, you like the game enough that you have dedicated a portion of your life to basically deciding how other people can discuss it.
Yeah.
Or not discuss it.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, no, I just removed those. No, I really like the game, and I'm so happy to serve it actually. So it's really
you give your time back to the game, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
And Kyler, you know, from what you tell me, like you literally bought a new iPad just so that you could better play this game. Is that right?
Seriously, like I absolutely love Marvel comics, movies, and then to be actually like part of like the game development of like this huge, massive game, and to be here like for the 4th anniversary with these amazing guys, to be able to be a part of that is just awesome. You know, this game is fantastic, and I love being able to see it grow and to continue to be with the game.
Well, it means a lot to all of us here at Netmarble as well, and because of that, we'd like to outline some 4th anniversary events. We have a 40% discount on all newly updated V500 uniforms, including the team suits. New players can recruit 6 of the most popular Avengers characters at 6 stars when checking in free of charge. Now, for those of you that already have these characters, you can collect 6 stars worth of biometrics for them. And then players can acquire a 6-star War Machine for free when participating in the new Legendary Battle. If you have a 3-star War Machine, or at any other level, it is automatically upgraded to 6-star. Though just to let you know, if you already have them at 6-star, you will not receive any additional biometrics, because this is just to get you in the door of the new Legendary.
You gotta be smart. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, with the new event quest, we have a new event quest that is coming up, and it's actually a really great opportunity to upgrade and strengthen your characters through uniform upgrade tickets that we'll be giving out, and especially by obtaining Tier 3 advancement material, which is often very difficult to acquire.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
And also remember that we have events and promos in-game year-round to help keep players engaged and happy. Now, we'd also like to announce a real-world event. Real world.
Really? Like in the real world.
Yes. We're going to have another giveaway, just like we did for our Avengers Infinity War live stream. But this time around, we're going to have gift bags available as prizes for our upcoming 4th anniversary event. And we'll have things like t-shirts, MFF tumblers, journals, wristbands, and even more. And for those of you wondering, we haven't forgotten about the GLAP giveaway. The winners have been notified, and we're preparing to send out the prizes shortly, as soon as they all respond. We'll announce the winners of the GLAP contest, or the giveaway, just as soon as all of the prizes have been sent out. So stay tuned to our social media for more details. And with that, I have to say, congratulations to 4 years. And here's to 4 more.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Cheers. Actually, I didn't do that. Throat was getting a little dry. There we go. So stay tuned to our social media for more details. And with that, we already said that. But also, to further celebrate, we would like to premiere a 4th anniversary highlight video. Let's check it out. Sorry about the minor video hiccup. Yeah, it started the video in the wrong place, but don't worry, we restarted it. You got to see the full video. I think Alex is doing it.
It's my fault, yeah.
You're like Mr. Bean. There's just a Force 10 disaster area around you. So what did you guys think of that video celebrating 4 years of Marvel Future Fight?
It was dope. It was really good.
And we showed off all the the various teams and families in Marvel Future Fight. You got your X-Men or your Avengers. You have
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic, obviously, because it was a fantastic 4 years. Yeah. So that video right there, is something that really, hits close to home because it shows like this arc that we've also taken with the game.
The work that's been done. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, we have another anniversary video coming, but since the anniversary isn't until next week, we'd actually like to give you guys a sneak peek before the full video is released on April 30th. Okay, so now that was just a tiny sneak peek, so make sure to hit our social media pages on April 30th for the full video and a celebration of our 4th anniversary.
Really small, just tiny little tease.
Yeah, just like a little second,
tease.
So I'm really excited to see like
the full video
and stuff. So, and you know what? Now, as promised, let's just go ahead and answer some viewer questions on the Avengers Endgame update.
All right, why don't we take a look at some of these? Looking at Miles Adrian Benovic, they ask, who will be getting Tier 3s? Are y'all planning on increasing the amount of Tier 3s per update anytime soon? So right now, we're so the Tier 3 is a very involved process. It's not just adding stats to a character or just tweaking something. It's a whole new attack. It's whole new animations. We also have to create the Tier 3 upgrade animations. It's also all of the stat changes for the characters. So right now we're doing like more or less one per update. And we might accelerate that in the future, but right now that's what we've got going on.
Quality over quantity.
There we go. Let's see. Now, now, a couple of simple questions, like, for example, how many materials for Thanos Tier 3? Well, obviously, that's going to be visible either in the patch notes or when the update comes out tomorrow. Those are simple. Yeah, I know you want to know now. I know you want to know now.
Is it 1,200?
You'll just have to check out the patch notes.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have to find out.
I tried.
Right. Now, okay. So, Marcus is asking if we have to buy all those uniforms or if we can earn them. Well, as I explained, that we have 8 base uniforms and then 8 alternate uniforms. You can, since they have the same stats, you can get whichever one you want, whichever look you prefer, and then you can opt to buy the secondary uniform at a discount for the synergy bonuses. So we're not making you buy all these uniforms. Pick the ones that you like. Don't get the ones that you don't like. And if you want an additional bonus, then you get the alternate uniform.
Is the discount a lot? Like, once you buy the first uniform, is the second uniform's discount available forever, or does it have a set amount of time?
As far as I know, it's available forever.
Okay,
so
that's fine.
It is. The discount is triggered by purchasing one of its
right.
partner
The existence of
costumes.
right. Okay, so then it's just an optional thing that you can get later on.
Right.
It's almost like existing uniform options, where sometimes people just get the second and the fifth option because those are the attack stats.
And then eventually
and
in
then
the
they
future,
leave
right.
1, 3, and 4, but then later on they have excess crystals, they watch a Cynic Alex video, and they buy them.
Mm-hmm.
Or not.
Or not.
Right. And then, like, you know, we got a couple of funny ones, like, you know, will we have to buy MODOK to get Thanos mythic stats? You know what? Well, all of those details will be visible in the game when the update comes out. And another question, obviously, how many crystals will the team suits cost? Well, I mean, you know, these are all questions that are going to be answered by the patch notes.
We all want to know.
Right, we all want to know, but we are going to find that out.
So make sure to go over to the Marvel Future Fight forums to make sure to check those out.
And then, you know, I saved the best question for last because I know a lot of people are going to be happy to hear about this, but Just Vlad Pharaoh wanted to know if there are any other ways or if Cosmic Cube Fragments will be easier to obtain in the future. Well, I just mentioned that we're going to have events where uniform upgrade tickets and Tier 3 materials are going to be easier to earn through those events. So, at the very least, you'll be able to get some upgrade mats through that right there. So that is actually all the questions that we currently have right now. Let's see, do we have any questions for our guests? No? Okay.
Sorry, guys. No one wanted to talk to you.
Oh.
Better luck next time.
Yeah.
It's all your fault, Alex.
I think so.
All right.
I think so.
No, we probably weren't able to find any questions that were specific or appropriate. It happens. It happens sometimes.
Next
But, right. Now, thanks to everyone for joining us for our live stream and for your continued support of Marvel Future Fight. We want to let everyone know how much their support means to us and has meant over the years. We thank you for playing and enjoying Marvel Future Fight. And we hope that we can always provide a game that you can enjoy and a game that we can be proud of. Now, a little more explanation as to Kyler's ongoing role on these live streams. The time has come to announce that I am leaving the Marvel Future Fight project after this update. Not to worry though, I'm not leaving Netmarble, and you'll still see my hand in the ongoing support of Marvel Future Fight. Kyler, as the new Netmarble in-house content creator, will now be the host of all of our US-based live streams, including this one.
I didn't know.
Right.
He's just finding out.
They're finding out for the first time here.
Wow.
Remember when I said that, you know, they are not paid to be here? They are guests right here. They're finding all this out fresh. So, Kenneth Washington will be taking over as the community lead for me on Marvel Future Fight, and he will also serve as Kyler's live stream co-host. Now, you'll have a chance to meet him very soon, and it has been a pleasure and a privilege to craft the community messaging for Marvel Future Fight, as well as host the live streams for this last year. But the time has come to pass the torch, or in this case, Gauntlet.
That's right, give it to me!
Don't give it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I've almost got it, Mr. Stark!
No! Okay. Oh, he's got the power! So much power! Now, I know that Marvel Future fans will be in good hands and gauntlets with Kyler and Kenneth. And I want to thank Alex and RJ as our special representatives of the Marvel Future Fight community for coming and helping to make this the biggest and best live stream that we've ever done.
And just thanks everyone for joining us for our Avengers Endgame 4th anniversary live stream and for your continued support. And now just a reminder, the Avengers update does go live tomorrow, and so we'll see you all in theaters this Friday, April 26th for Avengers Endgame. And
now it's time for cake.
Let's get some of that cake.
Let's get that cake. Let's get that cake. So, Alex, here's your cake. Here's my cake. Yeah.
All right.
This is the cake that we were looking at. Yeah, that's the cake right there.
You like this cake.
Well, I mean, I like
you
all
want
cake.
some of this
You know
cake?
how much I love cake.
Man, we're gonna miss you so much. It's not fair.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary to Marvel Future Fight, and enjoy the Endgame update tomorrow.
Woo!
Yeah. Taking over as the community lead for me on Marvel Future Fight, and he will also serve as Kyler's live stream co-host. Now, you'll have a chance to meet him very soon, and it has been a pleasure and a privilege to craft the community messaging for Marvel Future Fight, as well as host the live streams for this last year. But the time has come to pass the torch, or in this case, Gauntlet.
That's right, give it to me!
heroes. It's an old-fashioned notion.
A visionary, a genius, ensuring freedom around the globe.
A symbol to the nation. A hero to the world.
The beacon of hope, shining out across the stars.
I look around at us. You know what I see?
A bunch of a-holes.
Possibility. You think you know how the world works?
The world is changing. We need heroes.
Wakanda forever!
Our very strength invites challenge. Challenge incites conflict. Conflict breeds catastrophe. The thing isn't beautiful because it lasts.
We're in the end game now.
Before we're done, we still have one promise to keep.
If we can't protect the Earth, you can be damn sure we'll avenge it. Whatever it takes.